What can I say? I remember all those years ago when Mark appeared, and recently when I came in with a copy of the book and I gave it to him, and I wrote in it, for Mark, who loves these pictures. And he rushed up, brought back my 1963 first book, Portraits of Elizabeth I, and he opened it, and I'd written exactly. But he was one of the first people who really loved these pictures. I mean, he really put them, I mean, things like that fantastic gal portrait over there, well, what would it go for? 250 at the sale in the 1950s. And Mark again realised that this was an extraordinary era of English imagery and painting, really reflecting this extraordinary civilization, really cut off from the main currents of Europe, still with a medieval optical sentence, vision. Images have gone out of churches, but creating a new sort of imagery, strange imagery. And it's taken me 60 years to really understand these pictures. And I must say, I've got to pay tribute to the Yale Press. It was Mark Eastman who persuaded me to go back to all this. And I thought, do I really want to go back? And it excited me to go back, firstly because I loved the period. Secondly, because it gave me the opportunity to read the work of so many scholars, young scholars, even much younger than me, who made such a substantial contribution since. And I read all that, tried to gather it together in a book which reads and unfolds as a single story to be read by any educated person. And then I found myself having new things to say about so many objects. And all of it goes back, I always remember, I repeated this recently quite a lot, to an encounter with the E.H. Gombrich, with that guttural German thing. What are you working on now? It always made you feel like a kind of worm down there. I said, oh, I want to discover how Elizabethans looked at the surface of a painting. Oh, that is a very interesting idea. Well, sort of 60 years on, I now know. But I loved working on the book. It was a kind of love affair, and it's my farewell to Gloriana. But one sees so many people here who have supported me and also taken the whole thing forward. And I have always cared about not only the world of scholarship, but taking it out to a wider public. And if I have any criticism, it is academe who slightly goes like that these days, because they have to produce an essay a year, they have to do this, they have to have output. But no one seems to gather everything together, because when I started, it was E.K. Waterhouse's painting in England. Well, it wouldn't hold the field now, but it's where you started, and where do people start now? So that, I think, is a starter's book. But I love writing it. And I love finding so many things that I said were no longer right and moving on. And you'll be horrified to hear you're going to have a volume 2. Although I can't love the Stuarts, they really got a lousy lot. I have a deep aversion to Van Dyck. So there we are. Thank you for coming here, but thank you above all to Mark and to the Weiss Gallery for being so generous as to give this really memorable party with so many friends and so many colleagues across so many decades. Thank you.